Pineapple. What is that? King of
Nice.
Sports, New
Very
Japan
nice.
Wrestling.
I had
That's
this for a
Wait,
very
what,
long
wrestling?
time. I just
You
forgot
and
about it,
Chan.
and then Cari and I were watching something today, and
Yeah.
it was on there. I'm like,
Nice.
oh, I have one of those. I got
Yeah,
it from
Rob's been
Shimamura.
watching some stuff. We watched.
You've been watching wrestling?
I've been
didn't
watching
mean
with Goldy.
to. I've just been slowly infecting people with wrestling. I didn't mean to do that. I
Oh.
apologize.
I've been meaning to
Is
do it for a long
is it good
time.
then?
I've been meaning to do
Hmm.
it for a long time. It's just like not really sparked enough interest to give it a shot.
To be fair, like, oh, we're live. Shit.
Oh my god.
Chocolate.
Oh my god, we're live.
Oh, we're live. Time to
golly.
swear.
That's
Did
wild.
you know that
Great
chocolate
Scott.
is a great way for guys to carry on doing the fuck? I'm saying fuck.
Wait, what?
And with them.
It's also delicious and delicious.
Oh,
Is
Um,
it pineapple we're talking about, right? We're talking about pineapple?
On pizza.
actually
Is it delicious?
was lying.
Wait, were you talking about
First of
pineapple or
all-
chocolate? I was talking
Both.
about chocolate.
Both. What pineapple
Chocolate
does,
on
chocolate
pizza
has
every
the
fucking day.
things it
Nope.
also does it.
You have made
I
an
don't know.
enemy out of me,
No,
sir.
British
no,
advertisement is weird.
I'm not a
man.
fucking insane person.
Why would you put
So why do
pineapple
people hate
on your pizza?
Pineapple and pizza. Like, there's like a thing that people just like.
Why would you
It
put
is, and it's
chocolate on your
disgusting.
pizza?
All right, bozos, let's play.
Then
What
it
about,
just be
like,
a dessert
ancho-
pizza.
Do you like anchovies?
I do like anchovies.
Like
They're a little
anchovies on-
salty, but
They're really.
yeah, I
salty.
have had anchovies on pizza. They're pretty good.
Rob, what's up?
But it's the
It's kinda
same
salty,
genre. It's not like a fruit with a pizza. It's like a salty, savory thing with a
Oh, I
salty,
guess it's
savory thing.
savory, yeah. You have to put your username. I don't know what my username for this goddamn thing is.
Wait.
What's my Twitch username?
Bob.
JCAD, isn't it? J dash.
Underscore.
Is it underscore? It's an underscore.
Late
No,
comer.
it's not that.
Name is
Oh god, I have to look in my.
Well, we do have to
Sorry.
decide, do we want to play without mesh? Or wait?
I'd rather play with him, but he's not here. Was we in combat when we wasn't in combat, was we? When we finished?
No.
No, we are about to meet Baba La Saga. Sorry, it's just fun to say that. Baba La
Oh
Saga.
shit.
We might be able to play it.
That name scared me. I got
I
spooked.
remember.
I have PTSD
Yeah.
after last week. Holy
Or
shit.
somewhere else or something. Maybe he went towards the pirates or something like that. We could do something like that. So he's.
Oh, well,
You can banish
Or-
him to his little pocket dimension that he was so intent on revealing last week.
He's
yeah, we can carry him in the
Vanish.
ring.
He's stuck in the ring.
Oh,
He couldn't get out.
Or maybe that. Yeah. What was what was this thing with the pocket dimension? I forgot.
It's one of the magical items he got. I'm not gonna
Oh,
reveal more than
okay.
that because he might want it to remain a secret, but it is a magical item.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could just say he's doing something, like he's gone to look for something or something like that. Just until, like, because he might still make it today.
All right.
Yeah.
We can move on.
Hey there.
Yeah, we scheduled with 7
Okay.
people, and you kind of just ghost in the middle of
Hmm.
this. You got 2 people waking up at the crack of dawn. That's the L
Yeah.
you're gonna have to hold.
I
All right.
assume he's asleep, and then he'll join us at the
Yeah.
second.
You've
he
given him
realizes
enough
he's offline.
notifications to see when he gets up.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll see them.
All
I
right.
tried to call Jodie, she didn't pick up.
I'm here. Oh my god. I'm here.
Yeah, I do
Yes,
wonder when
Jodie.
she's gonna get here.
So last time, you guys made it to the top of the mountain and encountered the ghost of Strahd, and he gave you a couple of things that he would like help getting information about. One of the things you were asking about is how to lift the curse of Barovia, and he told you to talk to his mother, who lives in a cabin out in the woods, northeast of the castle. And you were it was late night and you were banged and bruised, and so you settled down for a rest underneath the close eye of Edda, a mysterious tentacle eye creature that was lurking in the chapel of the castle. And you rested, and then on the next day headed out to the northeast, heading towards the mysterious hut in the woods. And I think we're now on that page. It's just art. I don't have a map for this, but you can see the misty woods with a thick blanket of moss all across the ground. And as you are trudging along this deep, narrow path through the woods, you start to realize in the moss you can see faces and arms and hands, and the eyes on these faces kind of snap to you as you walk over them, and you realize that the carpet of this forest is just blanketed in corpses. And the trees here are thriving as they suck out the last bits of life from all of these husks. And you're walking, and your feet keep getting caught on vines and little roots, and you look down to realize that it's actually hands and fingers grasping at you, caked in a greenish mud. And this forest is alive in more ways than one. These small little fingers and little grasping hands break easily as you kick them away, and you continue deeper into the forest. Ahead of you is a forest, is a clearing, and revealing another art picture here. And we'll ignore the moons because it's early morning, but you can still see just a residual moon in the still peeking out low over the horizon. But as you approach this clearing, you start to encounter strong magical barriers that are having various effects. And you can reach out and feel them, similar to how you felt the curse barrier, but here, as you reach out and touch the barriers, each one seems to dissipate. One seems to be, silencing. One seems to be confusing and confounding and, potentially leading to madness. There's one that's a barrier that is physically resistant, and then as you press against it, it allows you to pass and continue. Each barrier, each aura that you step into is briefly resisting you before allowing you to enter. This is high, powerful, strong magic that is keeping something out. And the magic users in your party would know that it would be incredibly difficult to maintain this many auras, or something really powerful must be maintaining these. And ahead, nestled in a small copse of trees at the center of this forest, is a small hut. And it's up to you to determine how you want to approach.
I'm just gonna do a quick kind of back look, and I'm going to have done the Crimson Rite in the morning before we would have left. So I would have done a very specific ritual where I use some of my blood into the scabbard and then light my blades.
In front of us, or?
I don't know. Chef kind of just skips right ahead, so it's up to him if he wants it to be.
It would be just like a morning ritual. You went outside and did it.
Oh my god, I took so much damage.
Does a member of our party have Detect Good and Evil?
Oh, I remember.
So that would be.
Was it Matt?
That'd be you doing that.
Goldie has
No.
good and evil.
Or Goldy.
I think you have undead and he has good.
I have because I was thinking use my thing, Eyes of the Grave. But I was just wondering. I couldn't
I
remember.
just remember.
I'm-
Sorry, Goldy. I remember you said it last week.
Yeah, someone has it, but I couldn't remember whose.
Why is he not here?
Is it in a feature instead of it's not a spell? It might not be a spell. Could be a feature.
Yeah, it could be a feature or.
Or maybe you
I know
changed
I
it
have
for the
I
day.
just can't seem to see it. Starting to second guess myself.
Is it one of your racial traits or is it?
No, it will be a
Paladin.
class, features and traits,
Paladin,
and then class feature.
Oh yeah. Go to features and traits and class features.
Nail
find it.
hands, spells.
We still feel this kind of impact of the, like, I
I
guess
do.
magic auras that we've been
Oh,
pushing
no.
through while we're
Alright.
out here. Is there a unique stench to this location?
To you, it smells normal. It's just a musty, damp forest. Smells a little bit like dead bodies, though.
Ew. Okay. When Manjit's done his thing, I want to do my Eyes of the Dead thingy.
I would like
Renok,
to
what
use
did you use?
Who, me?
What did you use, Renok?
Your blood.
I'm using divine sense to detect good and evil. That's why I couldn't find it. I was looking for good and evil. Fool, idiot.
There's evil here. You are blanketed in it.
Is
You
it
are on
all-
desecrated land.
Desecrated.
Oh,
Okay.
even I can say that this was perhaps a tad bit pointless. Just look around us. We are awash in evil.
But are they undead? I'd
Smells
actually use
atrocious.
Are
Eyes of the
you
Grave.
also using Eyes of the Grave?
Yes. I can know the location of any undead within 60 feet that isn't behind total cover and isn't protected by divination magic.
Your detection does not detect anything, but
Interesting.
that doesn't make sense to you.
Right, yeah.
You are literally standing on partially alive beings.
Mhm.
So you think something is suppressing.
Yeah.
Give me an
Okay,
insight
yeah.
check, or give me an arcane check to see if you can understand more about what's going on.
If possible, I would
Arcana?
like to assist her with my kind of Hunter's Bane, if it has any pertaining to, like, Fey Fiend or Undead.
Can I take that assistance?
Or I can roll
Rolls
separate.
advantage.
Jodie, roll first. Where is Hunter's Bane coming from?
It says I get advantage on Wisdom survival checks to track Fey, Fiend, and Undeads. It also says, as well as intelligence checks to recall information about those
Oh,
type
what
of
the hell?
creatures.
It's just a Bloodhunter thing, and it's fucking awesome in
Yeah,
Barovia.
it's like Bloodhunters are just basically like knowledge sponges about those three types of creatures, both tracking and knowledge.
Can I take
But if
advantage?
it
or
doesn't
have
apply
Rob
here,
roll?
then it doesn't apply.
Let Rob roll
think
because
it-
my roll was crap. Or give me your advantage or something. Please, I beg you.
Well, you've got inspirations.
That's true.
I'm
I
not gonna,
do, but
I'm not
yeah,
gonna
but this-
give you advantage just for
I do, but I wanna
funsies.
yeah, but Rob was meant to be giving me something. Okay, let Rob roll. Take
I
Rob's
don't
roll. So mine
think
was a 5.
there's anything that you're tracking. What undead creature are you tracking? Do you need
So
Who, me?
it's
Oh,
like
Rob,
if you
okay.
click the Hunter's Bane ability, you actually get the full description. For some reason, the tooltip doesn't include a lot of the full info, but essentially it's tracking and intelligence to recall information about them. So think about it like memory and information, as well as survival tracking. They're two separate categories. My character is more built towards the intelligence side. I've made it specifically an intelligence-based one, so I'm trying to lean away from the tracking side of things for this character.
I'm clicking on like Hunter's Bane on D&D Beyond, and it just doesn't load anything.
All right, I will just make a
Can you
screenshot
send
really
me
quickly.
the
Yeah,
text of it?
yeah.
I think without a target, you don't know what is here.
Something vile.
Jodie, what was your roll?
No.
It was a crappy 5, so you know, it is what it is. I'll use my inspiration. Can I use my
You don't
inspiration?
have to. You don't have to unless you like really want to know.
No, I would like to know, but like I don't like. I might need that inspiration for like something else. I might need
True.
it to, you know, not die or something like that.
Also true.
Track.
Did I put the wrong link in there? Oh my god, I'm so dumb.
I don't think it applies, Rob. You're just
I put the wrong
trying
link
to
in.
understand what effects are in play here that aren't necessarily an undead tracking of a creature. At the very least, you don't recognize any of these effects as being caused by specifically a type of undead creature.
Okay, I reformatted it a little bit so you can kind of see where the breakdown is. But yes, that's fine.
And with the 5, you don't know.
Sorry, I'm muted. Yeah, I didn't think I would know over 5. I mean, that's a crappy roll, and I don't know how to turn on the dark mode on Twitch, so it's just a bad day right now.
The door to the hut opens, and beckons you inside.
The door beckons us? How's the door beckoning us?
Sorry.
Because I'm imagining the door doing that, and we're just standing there like, what?
No.
The door
It
like
has
gets
two
a face and tells you, "Get the fuck in here."
No, it's cut in half from the top up. Just goes.
The Baldur's Gate one, where it's got like the person into the wall.
Yeah.
Before we go in, can I just
we
check
knock?
how quiet it is? Is it like unusually quiet than it should be?
Yes.
Is that yes to
Should
the question or
we-
question to the roll?
It is unusually quiet.
Thank you. sorry, Cari, go on.
I'm not going in. I'm kind of like behind you guys, but I'll be like, should we announce our presence and like not just go in, but like ask if we can go in? You know, like
Camilla, the door
I feel like we've
opened
already
by
been invited with
itself.
that door opening like that.
I also believe it depends on what we want to do. Are we?
I suppose that's true.
We're here for information. If Strahd's mother is supposedly inside there, then there should be no question.
I don't have a question if she's in there. I just don't know if she wants us to barge into her house.
The door has been opened
The
for
door
us.
opened.
Okay.
Let's go.
I suppose the heart.
Grim will glance around nervously and say, "A little bit of chit chat couldn't hurt us."
I'm gonna brace myself with my shield. I forgot what it's called now. That shield I have. A special shield.
I'm just gonna step forward and just go. Good fortunes, whoever's inside.
Are you the first to step into the house then?
No. Learned that the hard way.
You just announced
So you guys move cautiously closer to the door, and you see inside it's a warm and plush looking living room. Lots of
Really?
large comfy couches and like tables with doilies on them and lots of lace everywhere.
Way too much lace.
That's how you
Everything
know it's
inside
bad.
I was
is-
expecting. I was expecting
little-
something more like a hag's, a hag's hut.
Mm-hmm.
It is very welcoming inside. There's a soft glow coming from a fireplace where a cozy little fire burns too.
Okay.
You,
seem to have life.
You think you smell cookies.
Really?
Good old Hansel and Gretel's.
Yes, I've heard that fairy tale.
I don't know how the house is structured, but like if it had like steps going up to a porch and then going inside, I would be like on the ground in front of the steps. Like I haven't even gone up onto the porch yet.
There's a small stoop.
Okay.
That is a question. Is it a single level, or is it stairs?
A stoop.
So
Like a
there's a
story, second story.
What is a stoop?
It
Stoop is
looks
like a
it
porch.
could be tall enough to have a second story.
Okay.
Is that a type of house? Stoop?
Well, stoop
A
is like a little bit
stoop
of
is
a
a
porch or
porch.
yeah, like a small raised
Oh, I have
platform in front of the
literally never
door.
heard that before in my life. Okay.
Really? It's our word.
Stoop? I've never a stoop? I mean a porch?
This is what we're choosing to have our discussions about. I'm gonna walk in
Is
the
how-
room,
Has
push
I'll be right
Renok
behind you.
in.
door
It's a
behind us
stoop,
closed.
stupid.
I'm putting my hilt of my swords that are kind of fused on the same scabbard. I'm just gonna push Renok in, and I'm gonna go in behind him.
Has the door closed behind us?
No.
Okay.
Inside, there is a figure in the kitchen that Jodie immediately triggers alarm bells here. But it looks like this wiry creature composed of sharp-looking roots and bits of wood, but it clearly has some type of face defined with
Oh no.
scary, menacing-looking eyes in sharp, jagged teeth, and she smiles and greets you and kind of gives you a welcome, my pretties, in a very witchy voice.
Do I know
What
what?
can I do
Are you
for
saying I
you?
know what? Sorry.
You do recognize that this is some type of evil abomination.
An undead abomination?
It is undead.
I detected her before. She was hiding herself.
Your
You-
detect does not
They're behind cover.
pinging her. You just know this is evil.
Okay. Oh, so she already greeted us. So I was like, we've come here to speak with, but what's her name again? Baba Losaga. Are you Baba
Please call me
Losaga?
Granny. Yes, what can I do for you? Have a seat.
I will remain standing. Thank
Has
you.
everyone else entered? If everyone else enters, I'll follow behind and like.
Come.
If you're putting your foot in cold
I'm
water, I'm like tapping inside the door and then going inside.
She is growing irritated at you. It's like, come.
I would have joined Jodie if she went in. I would have gone after her.
No dilly-dallying out there.
It's okay. It's just, yeah.
Now, what can I do for you? And she, you notice that she is not moving from her position, and a small tray carried on like a loop of roots that moves across the floor. A small little platter of food and little finger sandwiches is placed on one of the tables in the living room for you, and her kind of central position in the kitchen. She's like anchored to the floor, like rooted to the ground, and she is just watching you from the other room, but is able to still deliver the sandwiches for you.
I've lost
Please
my
eat.
appetite. Thank you.
Oh, bother. And she looks at you a little bit more closely and like, a disciple of Kalemvor, I see. I understand your apprehension, but I mean you no harm. Hopefully we can find some sort of agreement to exist.
Can I see how
I remain standing with my shield, bracing myself with my shield.
Deceptive about what?
About the comment, she means us no harm.
Yeah, you can roll an insight, but she did just deliver you a plate of sandwiches.
It's okay. And it's 16.
You cannot determine her intent, but there is a plate of sandwiches. They smell good. you've come all this way to my house, and now you're being rude and did you just come to insult me?
No. We have we have certain questions that require answering. Don't we, gang?
Yes.
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 What
See?
questions do you have? I have answers.
We want to know about the curse based on the village. Was it you who did that via a statue?
The villagers did that to themselves. I merely gifted them a stunning visage of my son for them to bask in its radiance in. And they chose to spit and soil it and threw it into their well. Just because they insulted a very powerful statue that would have brought them wealth and fortune. They've decided to shoot themselves in their own foot. So, although yes, I did create and give them the statue and it is my image of my son, ultimately it was their disrespect that cursed themselves.
It was
might be
you.
so bold to ask. The curse, was that a reaction of yours or reaction of the statues that caused that to the villagers? I'm far too intelligent for that question. I apologize.
She just kind of smiles at you and is like, that's open to interpretation.
That's why I'm asking. What is your interpretation?
The villagers did it to themselves. They disrespected my son, they disrespected me, they disrespected my family.
Well, if we may ask,
Disrespect my family.
could we possibly reverse it somehow?
She eyes you, eyes narrow. It's like, you want to reverse the disrespect?
No.
Why do you want to free these ungrateful ants?
Well,
But if you
why-
place this curse for disrespect, they are all turned to stone. They have no way of righting the wrong that you feel you've experienced, because they're
Yes,
all
that-
literally stone.
You want disrespect to not necessarily be punished, but to be mended, correct? How can one do that if they are like the way they are?
They can atone the way they are.
How?
How?
They can't do anything.
They suffer. They
Wouldn't you
atone.
prefer the respect?
Indefinitely? Or will
But-
this eventually subside?
Were
You
they
will find that
responsible for your son's
Indefinitely
change?
means something different for me. They will not be indefinite. They will turn to dust long before I do.
Forever
What did
then.
you say? The one with your blade still out?
They're in the scabbard, by the way.
Oh.
They're just like the lights kind of peeking out a little bit. Miss Lasaga, were they responsible for your son's change in demeanor and form?
No.
Then do you know or are aware of this change?
Yes.
How about who is responsible?
Her eyes narrow again, very
We-
intently focusing on you.
We
I do
spoke
know.
with Strahd recently. He told us he would be in our debt if we could tell him the reason for his unvampirism / becoming ghost and what causes him to be tethered.
Think of us
What
as
causes him to
investigators.
be tethered? What causes him to be tethered? Even I don't know.
Can you point us in a direction in which we can find the answers to this?
There are not many in this realm that are more powerful than I. And you would need to find one of those few people.
Who are they and where
That
are
is not
they?
enough information. Could you please elaborate?
She is a... That is a question that I'm not willing to answer yet.
I see.
I require something in exchange.
That is very understandable.
To what you said previously, you said you do know who caused him his demise.
He is not dead. He's simply not living anymore.
You know how it happened,
I do.
but you don't want to answer.
No.
I see. Could
How
you?
may we coax you?
Yes.
Well, you have certainly put a damper on this conversation. Immediately jumping into business, not even touching the food I've left out for you.
I'm still holding whatever it is that she had given us.
I'm not even close to the plate.
I've
And I'm probably like, I'm like looking at to see if there's like dust anywhere close to me, and I'm like prestidigitating it away.
I have no appetite.
I'm just deliberately not looking at
I
it.
received your gift.
The answer to who killed Strahd, very few people know. And you will have to dig through history to find the answer. I will tell you, but first, you need to find some answers on your own. I see you, and she gestures at why are you not on my list of characters? He gestures at you, Janus. Or she gestures at you, Janus. You reek of Vallaki nobility, but there's things you have not experienced, things that you don't know. So even if I give you the answer, it won't make sense. So
Does this
first,
have-
I've been removed
I'm
from this
sorry.
area for far too long. I've recently found this out. Where
About
do
the
you suggest that we
family?
go to uncover historical data?
no one has the answers you seek. You should go to the graveyard of Vallaki. Look up your family name there. You will see what happened to your kin. Go
Strahd,
to Vallaki. See what has transpired there as well.
does this include Strahd mentioned that another family, Driscoll, had murdered the Markovs? Is this what you're referring to?
Indeed I am.
Does
The
the
Markovs
Driscolls
murdered who?
have
The
a
Driscolls?
estate still?
The Driscoll estate is to the east of Vallaki, in the foothills of the mountains.
You said Chef is east of Vallaki.
I will reveal it on your map the next time we're there.
The foothill of a mountain?
The foothills of the mountains east of Vallaki.
This next question of mine has nothing to do with your son, but he had mentioned he was a vampire. Clearly he isn't now. I know of other vampires that I have a personal vendetta against, and I was wondering if you knew how to strip their vampirism away from them.
Come closer, my dear.
What kind of sandwiches did you make us?
Turkey.
Turkey sandwiches.
Okay. Where'd she be getting
Don't say.
turkey?
Is there a reason? Can you not hear me? Is that why?
Then I'll dig right in. Grim's gonna eat a sandwich, absolutely. He's gonna snatch it right up. Gobble gobble. Delicious.
I'm like holding
No,
one
no,
and
no, no, no.
smelling it, like just like, where did you get the turkey? Like,
I'm still not looking at them. Not saying a word.
My dear, if I need to. My eyesight isn't what it used to be. I need to see you a bit more closely.
I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with the people I'm after, what I look like.
But it does. You see.
She'll inch towards her.
The
Happy.
roots that are like kind of
A little,
snaking all over the
hand on the
ground
back.
gently rise up behind you and push you closer to her. And to the point where you're like almost nose to nose, like 3 inches away from her face. And you just see
sorry.
like one nostril, she just sniffs.
I'm
And-
sorry, you're disgusting.
She smells like roses.
You look disgusting.
Oh, child. So rude. So ignorant. She's gonna whisper something to you that no one else can hear.
Oh, okay. Yay!
I'm just gonna ask Grim, how's it taste?
And after she's like assessed you, she pushes you back away.
A wonderful turkey sandwich, by the way. Thank you. It tastes delicious, Janus.
I'm still getting a message.
Please hold.
Does anyone else have any other questions? This curse, you are looking for a
Yes.
way to
Yes,
break the
curse.
curse.
Yes.
I can tell you a way to suspend the curse, but to break the curse is now bound to the statue. You will need to decurse the statue or remove it from the proximity, and that will end their suffering. But I'm sure you've encountered it now. I can feel the stone in your veins a little bit. And you need a way to get to the statue. I have I give you a lantern that has no fuel. But the fuel that you will need is unique. There is a prophet to the far west in the town of, and I gotta double check the name of it. You will seek the prophet of the light, and he will provide you the light to fuel the lantern, and that will shield you from the effects of the curse. And a lantern is gingerly placed next to the tray of sandwiches.
Did she cut off all the crust for us, Chef?
There is no crust on the sandwiches.
Yes. I'll eat one now. Just like
The
finger
town
foods.
is called Krezk.
How do you spell that?
Krezk.
EZK. Awesome.
Easy cake.
What?
Krisk.
Miss Lasaga,
Please,
is there anything...
Granny.
Is there anything that you desire besides our enticing company?
There is a few things. Some chores that I am too busy to attend to.
As long as it's not gardening.
Well, you certainly have a distaste for abominations, and so perhaps you can go and clean up some for me. In the swamps to the south, there is a coven, not a coven, but a pact of vampire thralls that have suckled on a few too many insects and are now just become abominations that even I cannot stomach. I would ask you, go into the swamps, find those abominations, and destroy them.
Are you aware of how many there are?
Yes. There should be 6 of them.
Okay.
But if you find one, you will find them all.
Okay.
Let's
you will
get to the
also
list of
need-
the things that you need, and then we can talk about compensation if you wish.
It is more of a chain than a list. So you do this for me, and we will talk about the other opportunities.
And
But for
the reward
killing these-
side of things,
Well, you in particular seem to be afflicted by a blood curse that requires your powers require you to harm yourself. A simple necklace that each day will give you temporary hit points would effectively eliminate that curse. Would you like such a gift?
I would, but I'm in a group
Of course.
nowadays, so it would depend on my comrades if they would like to be bothered by a simple chore.
Oh, and my pretties, there would be gifts for everyone. For you, and she, not a finger, but like a root, sharp pointed root points at Chamilla. For you, I've already told you something. If you bring that to me, we can proceed to the next stage. For you, the flashy one, my favorite so far, who's eating sandwiches, your memories are shattered, broken, and I can tell that from here.
Well, that's... That was nice of you to talk about in front of everybody. Oh my god.
Well, I can restore them, but you need to gather the pieces
Oh.
first. You need to find out what happened to the Keepers of the Feather. When you have those pieces, I will make you whole once again.
Well, now there's something I can get behind.
Maefyre, my sweet, sweet child.
Did you tell her your name, Maefyre?
Maefyre grimaces.
The forces tearing at your soul are complex. Your book is a weak bridge to the beyond. And here the forces are muted, very deliberately by me. If you want to hear the voices, seek out bodies of water. But no, breathing deep of these fumes will conscript you into the war that is around us. Pick your side very carefully. But I ask for more. You bring me what the waters tell you, and I will grant you just about anything that you would ever seek in this life.
Okay, so she wants me to bring her something.
No, my child. I want you to tell me what the book tells you.
What do you know of my book?
I know that even now, it's struggling against the barriers here, striving to reach out to its masters. A bridge, as I say, between this world and the beyond. And so I only ask you, cross that bridge carefully for me and tell me what the book, what the masters from beyond ask.
Okay, so she wants me to tell her what some masters are saying. That is really quick. I want to say in character. I would be able to acquiesce to your request if you wasn't being so cryptic.
Let me be clear.
She spits out the words. She's got extreme distaste and impatience for the saga.
Her tone turns a bit more cold, but you know, it's like her warm air is cracking as you turn hostile towards her. So
I'm being really rude to her.
I will be very clear. That book tells you things. Tell me what the book tells you. Tell me what it says. Tell me what it's trying to do. Tell me its plans. Tell me what it desires.
What is it that you desire in return for this information?
For you?
Yes.
Your objectives are unknown to me, and she's studying you very closely. You clearly seek to destroy abominations, and I've given you a target. I could provide you with the means to better destroy abominations. I can provide you with armor that will better shield you from abominations. I can make you a titan of slaying the things that your god abhors. I just need to know what the book is telling you.
Maefyre lowers her shield, because she's been holding up this whole time, so she lowers the shield. I would be better able to destroy abominations with this armor you speak of. That's true.
She begins to grin. You will have the finest armor you could imagine if you just tell me what the book wants, what the masters want.
Well, I can't tell you something I don't know the answer to myself.
Go to the waters. There the connection will be stronger. Get answers from the book. Bring them to me, and you will be a veritable fortress. Unstoppable against all the abominations you seek to destroy.
Very well.
She turns her gaze towards Grim. Oh no, Grim we already talked about. Janus, we talked about you. Chamilla, she says we've talked as well. Renok. My
yes.
dear sweet brute of a man. So strong.
Thank you.
So stupid.
Thank you.
You You go around telling everyone that you're a hero. That you've
Yes.
saved others, that you've bask in triumphs. But you don't have an aura of glory around you. No one is out there to reward you for your triumphs and your struggles. You bring your triumphs to me, and I will reward you. I will cast your name far and wide. Echo the legends of Renok, Rock, Uruf, to the farthest hills. All will know of your glory, if only you can grasp it.
You are asking me for the glory that I will achieve?
I only seek to share your glory with others. You will walk into cities and they will know your name. That you have never even heard the names of it before. Your legends will be told for centuries. Perhaps you could even live for centuries. I can make you a legend. And she clarifies, I can help to make you a legend.
I stay quiet.
Granny. I have a small question. It's unrelated to most of the discussions that we have had today.
Yes, my dear, go ahead.
I admit that. Cari, that's
got an
coming
echo?
through. There you go. I admit that I was not expecting you to be as plant-like upon our entry into your abode, and wondered if something has befallen, big change between you and your son around the same time, or if you were always like this.
I was not always like this. I was once spry and youthful as yourselves. But power comes at a cost. And I found myself needed to be more rooted to the ground in order to properly protect this land that I love.
So this is your
I still
own
have-
doing?
Yes. I still find ways around, but I spend much of my time firmly rooted. And she kind of cackles at her own bad joke.
This is why it makes it difficult for you to do your chores.
No. If I was not indisposed, expending nearly all of my efforts, holding back forces that are at play, I would be able to accomplish my chores trivially.
Understood.
And she looks at the new person in the room. And for you, the noble turned pirate. An interesting life choice. You seek a very carnal thing. You seek power. You seek the abilities to write how magic works in the land, to change the rules of nature themselves. And I can tell you how to do that. Does that intrigue you, Meshadieme?
At what cost?
Slay the vampires to the south. You will have your rewards.
My apologies for interjecting there, but is that the same location as those thralls?
Yes.
One and the same.
I see.
You will also need these. Some of you might know that when you slay a vampire, they will return to their lair where they are weakened for a time, and you must kill them in their lair. These potions, these poisons, will taint their blood and will allow you to track them to their lair. She places 3 blood red vials on the tray of sandwiches, and says, "Coat your weapons in these poisons, and ensure you have at least one of the vampires poisoned, so that you may track it back and destroy it." There,
I will definitely snatch one up.
I'll take one as well.
What is it? A potion to trap vampires?
This
I
is.
missed it. Give me one.
I suppose
get
I
one?
should take one.
Please give the third one to Renok and Meshadieme to share. That's
you will
to do
know
with
that
weapons, Maefyre, wherewith you do
Definitely
not
should
use
have-
them.
I think I do.
No.
this will need to be.
That's very unfair.
This is a poison that will need to be injected into their veins. Coat your sharpest weapons with it, and make sure to pierce flesh.
Chamilla, do you have a dagger
See,
or bolts? Cari's having audio problems, guys. Sorry.
She's muted.
Once
Yeah,
you
her headset's
track
broken
the
or something.
vampires to their lairs, pierce their hearts with wooden stakes and end their feeble existence.
Seems easy enough.
does it have to be wooden stakes? We can't just simply pierce them with our own blades?
She scoffs. Your blades will have only so much of an effect on a vampire. You can hurt their physical forms and reduce their body to ash hundreds of thousands of times and not
Yeah,
properly
like-
kill them.
Well, that's from the food. It had like soap or something. Oh, sorry. I was supposed to be muted. I apologize.
It's okay.
I'm not saying anything important.
Do we want to take a break then while we get Cari sorted?
Yeah, I'll help her out real quick.
Oh,
Okay, great.
I just
Hey, Jodie, you finally showed up!
tell me when the breaks are. Because
Yeah, way to
I
finally
take
fucking
like
show up,
10
Jodie.
breaks.
God.
Mesh, was you sleeping?
Yeah, were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I thought
expected.
so.
How many
Taking a wee
messages have
nap.
you received from me?
I didn't count.
I got like 10 for some reason.
Yeah, Jodie was on time, and I still message her. That is what a good friend does. I'm gonna go get some fruit. BRB.
I want some too. Okay. What is this? No. Oh. How do I put on dark mode? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Oh. We're in a mysterious forest. Looks really scary.
Okay.
And we were speaking to Barbara Saga, and she's like, I don't know, she's like rooted to the ground or something. She's like a tree or something. Oh my god, what is wrong with my mouse? Okay, here we go.
Mesh, I've sent you a bunch of information. You got any questions about where you're at and what's going on?
Describe what she looks like.
She's rooted. You guys are like in this little warm-looking hut. It's like a grandma's hut that has like lace and like warm plush couches, and there's like a little fire going. She's kind of rooted to the ground in the like kind of the kitchen area. She's like a mostly roots, lot less discernible organs and body parts anymore. And there's a picture of what she kind of looks like on the Roll20.
So yeah, there's a picture of her.
Yeah, there is.
Is it, whereabouts is it? Is it in like, one of these?
On Roll20, it's in the lower left-hand revealed area.
Oh, left-hand revealed area.
Oh, Cari, you look very different.
Oh, I didn't see this. Oh, she's scary! Oh my god!
But she's been so nice.
Oh god, she's so scary!
Yeah. Her, like you said, you were going to meet Baba Zaga, and I got like literally scared because it was me and one other party member standing when we fought her in my other campaign.
Oh, did you see this?
In alternate reality, her stat block is fucked, man. Absolutely fucking crazy.
Oh,
yeah.
no. So
It is
let's not
awesome.
engage her.
Oh, we couldn't.
She's so scary.
not right now.
I'd shit myself if I saw her IRL. I
mean,
would shit myself.
Yeah, that's what downed me, Chef. It's what happened.
Yeah,
It was that and then a fucking lightning bolt. For me alone, because
it's a fun fight.
Did you die?
In 3 turns, I dumped 140 damage into her, and then she was like, fuck that one. You're gonna kill him.
140.
Yeah, my character, my Bloodhunter is fucking crazy that I have running on him.
Oh, what level are you?
9.
9. So I can't hit.
Yeah.
I can't. Okay.
But it was super fun. It was super fun and engaging, and like, I went down twice and got back up twice.
Dang.
In that fight, it was crazy. It was wild.
Wow.
And it was me and one other party member out of the 5 standing by the time we finished it. It was really, really cool.
So only 2 of you? You killed her?
Yeah.
What? Okay. Well, I don't want to engage her because she looks scary as fuck.
She was super fun.
And we're not strong enough. And there's no reason to do that anyway.
And I mean, this is an alternate thing. She might not be a murder target.
I'll tell you, I'll give you a freebie though. Maefyre really wants to kill her.
That was assumed.
You don't say.
Maefyre wants to just like fucking fuck her up. But she's like, okay, well, You know,
What's the
it's not gonna benefit me to do that right now.
what's the discussion been so far with her basically asking us to kill something?
Yeah, she wants us to do stuff for her. You know, in return for like information and stuff. She wants us to go to a town, a certain town. And she's given some of us specific tasks like Maefyre. She wants to go to somewhere and tell us.
To be clear, she doesn't want you to go to the town. She just tells you that you can get. She gave you a lantern that can be fueled by the light from the prophet in Crescent.
Oh, okay.
And that will suspend the effects of the curse, allowing you to remove the statue. It'll basically turn people and stuff back from stone.
Okay, I misunderstood. I thought we had to go there to get something for the
And we destroyed Breaker.
Breaker.
You destroyed an
Yeah.
arm, I think.
You guys have a magic lantern that doesn't have fuel, so you need the fuel for the lantern.
So we need magical fuel for it then. Is that what you're saying? Magical fuel. Okay,
Holy
this
oil.
one
From the
prophet.
prophet in Crescent.
This okay. So this prophet has magic fuel. Alright. Magic fuel.
Okay, that's one thing that we gotta do. What's the other one? The killing the
Trying to restart our
vampires.
Computer. Oh, she's back now. Yeah, killing vampires. There's all these things. Yeah, Maefyre wants to kill them all. But Maefyre's being strategic. Obviously, could look. Hold off the killing. The killing will commence at some point.
So Cari's mic was like dying, so she plugged in her headset, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything's crackly. Unplugged it. Same thing persisted. Gave the system a restart, and then her input disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
So we literally just started turning things off and unplugging things and moving them around and retuning things. Downloaded some firmware for her NVIDIA graphics card, which should not relate to anything, but
Yeah.
turned things off again, unplugged it back in. Everything's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Right. At least you got
First
it sorted.
rule of IT, have you turned it off and on again?
It's just the dumbest thing and yet somehow the most effective. I told her it's probably like, it could be the NVIDIA thing. It could be that she just needed to give it a hard restart. But most likely it was the unplugging and plugging of something while things are on that's messing with it.
Okay.
Because when her headset loses enough battery, she's got to plug it into the USB instead of using the wireless function. I don't really have those issues because I've never used wireless headphones outside of like the Bluetooth ones that I commute with. But
Does
that's because I'm an audio nerd.
Does Cari have just the line for her headphones as well?
Yeah, of course. That's how they're
You have to
charged.
plug in. But is it a USB or is it just like a normal?
It's USB 3 to USB-C.
Oh, okay. Because I've got headphones where you can just put like a line in and just like a little, I forgot what those cables are called. You know what I mean? A little audio cable.
Yep.
So that's what I do when I'm just using it with my computer and just listening to audio. I'll do that.
Is Cari back? Sorry, I'm looking at other stuff.
We were doing a ton of like stuff for her computer, so she's now taking the break, like going to use the toilet now. We're trying to figure things out.
Have you seen her cast any magic?
Who? No, she hasn't done anything.
She has not done a single thing when we got in here besides move some roots to push Chamilla closer to her.
Okay, some sandwiches.
Oh yeah, she made the sandwiches. I think were like
with
on
turkey.
moved. But the sandwiches just appeared. We didn't see her make them. And I think only maybe two characters, two of us ate the sandwiches.
I would not have eaten the sandwich.
Yeah, we didn't make your character eat the sandwiches.
Howard, I ate the sandwich. It was delicious.
Okay, but we don't know what was in like. It could be laced with like some potion or poison or something. You just don't know.
You have to show weakness in order to build trust sometimes.
Daddy, what's your character's name? I can't put. I'm sorry. I can't. It's so hard to keep
Printed on the stream.
Grim.
printed on the. Oh, Grim.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, you're right. It's printed on the stream. Okay. Grim. Right. Renok. Chamilla, Janus. Mesh is easy to. What? Hang on. Why am I on the Mesh's label?
Because he turned his camera
Because
off.
he just showed up.
And Cari's camera's off.
Oh, okay.
Cari's camera's
What's
on.
the-
Her number is 2,
Yeah.
so she get pushed to the second section. It goes name order, unless videos are on and off, and then it goes videos on alphabetical, videos off alphabetical.
I see. Okay. Well, anyway, Mesh has got the easiest name to remember.
Certainly helps when
Everyone
you don't
else
have
is one I
creativity for
forget.
naming.
I don't have creativity for naming. I use like the name generator thing, and just mix them up until I come up with a good name that's appropriate for, like, the race and the background of the character I'm playing.
I'll tell you what, it helps when we have 3 different campaigns happening at pretty much the same time.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't help.
I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
Jodie!
It makes it difficult for me to remember.
Oh,
everything.
Jodie, you're here.
Yes, I'm here.
Where have you been, Jodie?
Goldy called
Also,
you.
hi, Mesh.
Here and there.
Contacted you so many times. You didn't pick up your phone.
No, I apologize.
Oh, hey, Mesh.
Now I just gotta get Dally. Once he
Daddy
joins.
is here.
No, he's not.
I'm just on my phone.
He's on the. Oh, okay.
Right
He's
now.
phoning a
He's
friend.
giving you a hard
A
time.
few of them.
No, just one friend. Oh.
What is happening?
He's having a
missed-
good time. He's having a good time.
Having a good time. Having a good time.
Are we ready to
I
resume?
suppose.
Yes.
Yep. I'm
Let's go.
ready.
Let's fucking go.
These grapes are sour.
What?
Haha.
He's eating sour grapes.
Mhm.
Your face. Your face looks very sour.
Wait, like, what kind of grapes?
Are they green?
They off?
They're sour?
They wouldn't be off
A little
if they're
bit.
sour. They'd be super sweet.
Granny drags you by the ankles back into the conversation.
Wait, can you? I missed. Somebody run away?
No,
No.
just
Oh, okay.
dragging you back into
Turn of
a
phrase.
scenario here.
Who is you? Oh, I see. Us. You as in us.
You all, plural. So, the statue, get it out of the well. It'll take the curse with it. You have the lamp. You will need to find fuel from the Prophet of Light from Crescent. You, Maefyre, bring me messages from beyond. Tell me what their plan is. She looks at Chamilla, just kind of nods knowingly.
Chamilla, do you have a weapon that you can coat?
Yes, I have a rapier and a dagger.
How long does the coating last, Granny?
Long enough.
Unspecified then.
Okay.
Noted. I do have a question. But
Yes, my
so
child.
politely, ready to ask.
Oh, my favorite boy.
I'll take the Raven spyglass out of my pocket, like do a little flip in my hand. I'm like, what is this? And who did it come from? And why did it drop into my pocket when a draconic voice spoke to me?
Roots kind of spiral outward from her and wind up your leg, up your arm, and grab the spyglass from you. And they bring it closer to her face, and she looks at it closely. And then returns it to you in the same type of fashion. That's an interesting trinket of the times, I'll say. It's a little bit dated, but that is the Keepers of the Feather insignia that you have there. If I had to posit a guess, whoever made that intended for you to have it, and you must have some connection to that person. I would wonder what you see when you look through it. It probably gives you some guidance. Because when I look through it, I see something very different from, I think, what you would see. Perhaps it is showing of something of interest to each person that looks through it.
Interesting. What do you see when you look through it?
Salvation. By the way, you there seem to smell of someone, pointing again at Janus. You smell like someone who was a friend of mine later in life. Later in her life, I'd say.
Raises an eyebrow.
Perhaps know a Madam Ava?
I was actually asking your son just yesterday about her whereabouts.
She is passed away a long time ago. But she used to come and visit me, and we would trade stories of fates and fortunes. And
Do you
I
have
see
an old relic of hers?
I see a Taraka deck. Are you interested in the fortunes of fates?
I'm willing to put aside my own differences for the sake of a friend of Ava's.
Well, I don't mean to overwhelm you with potential opportunities, but I have a deck of hers that goes beyond a parlor trick. A deck that will allow you to divine things. And she would show you a deck of cards, and you would get enough of the hint to say that this would be, you would be able to use this deck to cast divination, and your cryptic response would be in the form of drawing 3 tarot cards that would try to tell you the answer to your question. And you can do that once per day. And then this she like floats this deck on a little route in front of you before stealing it back away. It was like, but these trinkets of the past, you know the cost. And the lives of those thralls.
Was this yours or hers?
This was her deck.
Consider it
gift.
done.
And she turns her attention to Meshadieme. There's another thing that I am interested in. Your pirate admiral. She is growing powerful. And I need you to determine the source of her powers. If she is becoming a faction and a player in this war, then I need to know how strong of a pawn she is. Find the source of her powers and bring that information to me.
You talk a lot about war. Mesh, do you know anything of this war? What is this?
The first time hearing of it.
Maefyre mentioned it to you as well. What is
Yes,
this
I was
war?
just wondering. I was just wondering the same thing. I know of no war or impending wars or rumors of wars.
Choosing
so-
sides.
Mesh, you were
Choosing
asking if
sides,
she
what's
was
the sides?
magical earlier. You would know she's maintaining when you entered this cabin, you had to pass through multiple magical auras that were high level spells that were a much larger radius than should have been possible. You would know she's a very powerful magician. It's not possible to maintain concentration on that many spells at once, so something else is playing. To answer the war question, though, she will just kind of silently steal her gaze, like, there is a war going on, and I am fighting for our survival as we speak.
You wouldn't be willing to tell us the factions involved in this war?
One side is fighting for survival, the other side is fighting for annihilation. The only reason we are alive right now is because I'm holding the opposition at bay. That is why I cannot do these minor chores that I'm politely asking you to take in my stead.
Well then. Is there any other inquiries? Compatriots?
Does the opposition have a name or an objective? Well, we know the objective. Do they have a name?
That is what I need you to find out.
Leader? Do you know who their leader is?
She's implying that you
not.
have to use your book to ask that question to the spirits in the water.
I trust you to mind your business. We're referring to my book.
Are you talking to me or her?
What do you?
I'm curious.
We are
I
on the
would
same
actually...
side, Miss Maefyre. We are all trying to survive.
I'm on the side of Kellenvor, and no one else is.
Well, you're gonna have
What
to
did
start being a team player or we're all dead.
What did she mean about your book speaking to you?
I trust you to mind your business too.
I don't really care. My business is most business. So if I'm traveling with you, I'd rather you not be so prickly.
She's speaking in riddles to me. I don't know what she means.
Oh, she said it clear as day. Go to the. I
I
shouldn't.
am being as precise as I can be. If there is any uncertainty, please ask.
Well, let me ask you this one question. It's about those villagers. You said that if we were to lift the curse, that their suffering would end. I must ask, are you implying that they will return back to their original state, or that they'll pass on?
She smiles. Have another sandwich, dear.
I haven't had one yet. I'm quite alright, thank you.
Have a sandwich, dear.
I'm okay. I'm quite full already. In that
Chef,
case,
I have not eaten anything. I don't know if that. I'm very curious
Is
about.
Germany the only
I'm
one who's had
sorry.
a sandwich?
No, I had one.
It's like, oh, good.
Mesh has been lingering near the door the whole time. Like, just if he's moved, it's like inches, just like one step here, one step there.
Sorry, Mesh, what did you do?
He's been standing near the door the whole time, like in like 5-foot range of the door.
Mesh, outside you hear like a skittering noise. And you see something moving in the tree line. Something large. Something with a smokestack.
Smokestack.
Can't really tell what it is, but it's lurking at the edge of the clearing that this house is in. Not something to worry about.
Can you at least tell me why you won't clarify whether they will return back to their normal state, or they might simply crumble to dust? Why is that such a thing that you cannot answer?
Because we're retrieving information that she doesn't have, Renok. A few missing puzzle pieces, am I right?
There are missing puzzle pieces that even I don't have. To save all of our lives, I will need help.
Sorry, Chef. Just for the benefit of my character, is there a way that I can just sense that she's being deceptive? I'm just thinking about my character just being all about being in the truth, being truthful.
She is not being deceptive. You feel like she's been truthful in everything you've said, and the sandwiches are definitely not poison.
Okay. I just begrudgingly grab a sandwich and eat one.
Delicious, isn't it, my dear?
Yes, it is.
I'll have to make sure you make good on your promises when we return.
Hopefully you make good on your promise to not die and return.
Well, if the task is something that we can do, then we will do it. If not, then we'll be forgotten. It's just that simple. Hopefully you chose your errand boys and girls correctly today. I grab the potions on the desk.
Would you like some snacks for the road?
Of course.
She pulls out a stoneware plate that had a bunch of cookies baking in a metal oven, and puts them into a little leather pouch and hands you some freshly baked cookies. And says, "Thank you so much for visiting. Do come back in one piece."
Thank you for being so accommodating.
And
Yeah, exactly.
she waits patiently as you leave the house, and the door closes behind you.
I go straight for the door.
So we're now outside of the house, facing
Yeah.
south, I'm assuming.
I would have been the first one out the door.
I've taken you back to the map on Roll20. You guys are up in the northeast in the Svalich Woods at Lysaga's hut.
Oh, there we go.
That blue circle isn't anything, but further to the west, you can.
Oh.
I've revealed a location of the Driscoll Manor.
Okay, is that on?
The vampire thralls that you have been tasked to kill are going to be to the far south in the Ilvis Swamp, and Krezek is far, far west, beyond Vallaki.
Well, I suppose we should go to that swamp first.
Before Vallaki?
Well, it does seem
Where's
closer,
that?
does it not?
So, where are we on this map at the moment?
We're on the
Far
top left.
northeast.
Top right.
Far northeast.
Top right.
Like here?
I
Oh, no, wait, northeast is
Personally-
that way. Sorry. Oh, okay. I can see the markers now.
I personally want to go to Vallaki. I'm curious about what happened. The Driscoll family. I have a connection with them. I don't have a connection with them. I know of them. I know that there's vampires in their family, and I want to research them. And I get rid of them. You know, it sounds like they're not good. It seems like they have connection with your family, Janus. So I don't like them. That would be the simplest way. They're not nice.
Get rid of them? You mean purge them?
No. I don't mean purge them. I mean
Are you being truthful
take
with
away their
us?
power. I want to take away their power, basically.
Are you being truthful
By
with us,
what-
Camilla?
I am
Oh,
being
yeah,
truthful with you that I have a personal vendetta against them and I want to take away their power. That is the sincerest amount of truth.
Well, it's not like we are on a time constraint at all.
Did anybody take the cookie bag from her?
She tucked it
Grim's-
into.
Grim's got it.
Each one of you guys got a little bag of cookies in your bags. She tucked it in while you weren't looking.
She put it in there. What little Herbert?
That's so cute. That's so nice.
For going like this.
What could be wrong with Baba Lazaga cookies?
Also, I am keeping an eye on all of you.
I'm calling them
that
Baba
eat your
cookies.
food.
Sorry.
Baba cookie? Baba cook.
Baba cookies.
The
I'm-
Baba
I-
cookies. Baba
literally-
Gaboosh.
I love
You
Baba
literally
cookies.
see me upside down the bag, empty it in the swamp. I do not trust anything from that. Wait,
Hey. You'd at least give it to me. Jesus.
Not at the
To be,
swamp
to,
yet.
to be fair, perhaps we could use them, so maybe not dispose them so readily.
they're gone.
I'm going to
Well, at least
uncork one of
see
the
what's in
bottles,
them.
Chef, to see if I smell blood in the potions.
It's blood is definitely one of the ingredients.
Okay. Am I getting hints of humanoid, or animal at all?
Yes, definitely human.
Just cork it.
Grim, you mentioned you heard draconic voices.
Yeah, I don't remember what it said at this point, but I heard the voice from this spyglass that's in my pocket. I'll toss it to Mesh and say, "What do you see when you look through?"
Okay, I'll look through it. What do I see? I would.
Cooked Personality.
Or does it need attunement first?
What are you?
Oh,
What are
sorry.
you seeing?
Mesh was looking through the spyglass.
Spyglass, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was zoned out. What does Mesh see when he sees through the spyglass? Mesh, you see a marker, kind of like a mote of light to the southwest at the pirate camp.
Okay, so I see something near the lake. That's interesting.
And nothing else?
Any other spots around?
What else would be of interesting to Meshadieme? You see a moat at Driscoll, in the direction of Driscoll Manor.
Okay.
A moat.
Okay, there's another one northwest of Ravenloft. Isn't that where she pointed us to?
Yeah, she already directed you there.
Interesting. So you see less than I do. I bet.
Can I do an
Janus,
Arcana?
look through it. Is your moat over Velaki?
If I'm going to
hand
pick
it to
this up,
Janus.
I would predict that there would be at least 3 locations, one of which might be have already completed, but I'll check Velaki first.
Yours is absolutely pointing at Velaki. Yours is also pointing a little bit southwest of Velaki. And yours is also pointing at a third location, kind of on the route of, if we're on the map, you can kind of see some trees kind of destroyed in the west, just outside of the west gate. And there's another moat there as well.
So if I'm going to ping the map somewhere around here.
Yeah, you got one there, Driscoll Manor, and then one is over here.
Okay, I'm going to use the same red, and I'll just draw a letter, Dallan, to show you where I put the moats down. So I'll just do the 2, and then the Driscoll Manor is the obvious one. You said Velaki is like out here somewhere.
Unfortunately, the map there, for some reason I decided to use, well, not. So the map, I've been drawing it as you've been finding locations.
Nice.
And so I have Velaki like on it, but it's blocked by stuff. So I can't reveal it, but you don't know what's there yet.
Right.
So
Okay.
I will
Your
drag it
map
to
looks
where
great.
approximately
awesome.
it should be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I just marked those 2 there, and then I'm just assuming Velaki is that way.
I've moved. Can you see where I've moved Velaki, or did it disappear?
My little note is gone now.
All right, I think I can reveal it because it'll just look black. But let me just double check the location is right. About there. So I can reveal it, but then I have to hide it again because it's whatever. Where is revealed? All right, you should be able to see Velaki just on the
I
map
see
to
it
the
now.
west.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is J mode?
Janus moat.
Ah.
That's where that moat is.
Oh.
There's something that I don't know. And then Driscoll Man on Velaki. I'll just remove. Did I spell it wrong?
Very
Is it 2
interesting.
L's?
I don't know.
Okay, great.
Look at it later.
Good talk. Okay.
Yeah, it's 2 L's.
Okay. Make these a little bit bigger. Okay. So yeah, there's, as I suspected, 3, and then of course to the south we have got to find where those vampires are. When she said south, do we have an impression that we know where she's referring to? Like the Barovian area?
You can actually see the swamp of the Ilvis swamp on your map. That's where she is suggesting the thralls are residing.
This is interesting, Graham, because part of my magic is from a draconic patron. I hear him sometimes in my dreams.
That is interesting. I wonder if it can be the same. There are many
Who are you
draconic entities.
Who are you hearing in your dream speaking to you in Draconic?
They never gave me a name. They just want me to achieve greatness.
Do you understand Draconic?
I do.
Did you understand Draconic prior to the voice speaking to you?
I do, because my family has draconic roots. Apparently, it's not well documented, but some of my ancestors had draconic roots.
I see.
What about your book?
Yes. What about your book?
Ah,
Yeah, the little book. So
Very
interesting.
something I particularly wanted to talk about
Mm-hmm.
since Barbara Saga insisted on bringing it up. It's a family heirloom, and I've been hearing some voice. The book belonged to my grandmother, and I think it has some connection with her, I'm not sure. But it's a very personal matter. I'd rather not talk about it.
Understood.
Okay.
It's just curious. Just curious that it talks to you. That's weird, but okay.
It is weird, and it unsettles me.
I might be so bold to ask, whose voice is it? Like, is it unique? Is it your grandmother's?
It's not my grandmother's voice. I don't know who it is, but it could be connected with her. I'm not sure.
It's rather.
So many questions. Not a boring group, are we?
We're not, or we are.
We're not a boring group,
Absolutely not.
are we?
How did you come in contact with this feather raven cult thing?
I do not know.
Oh, that's right. Your memories are messed up.
Yes.
Also, Janus, you, she said you take damage? Is that when you do your sword thing?
He lifts up his armor, like near where his belt line is, and you can see there's a fresh wound.
I see. Does this have to... Why? Also, do you get regular iron when you eat? By any chance? Do you have a healthy diet?
I'm not sure if you're trying to be funny or patronizing.
I'm just curious.
It is a ritual. My order trained me, making sure that that which is dead stays that way. I have a little bit of a deviation from the tenets, but the craft itself is something that I learned and respect.
Understood.
That wound of yours, perhaps we should heal it?
You need to clean it. I can prestidigitate a little bit of it for you.
I've learned to deal with it. The lifeblood is what gives me strength, and if I'm not harmed in the process, then I can't harm others as effectively.
Are you sure? I mean, like, I don't mind.
It's quite a trade-off you have.
It's only once a day, usually.
She's getting a little closer. I don't know if you want her to. She's reaching out, like, to prestidigitate the.
He just covers the wound.
Huh. Well, if you like that, okay.
Can I assume that every time it heals, it's a momentary peace before another wound opens up? You prefer just to keep the pain as it is?
The pain is a reminder of the pain that those who have died pass.
Oh.
However, there is much pain in combat. And so if a wound has been inflicted, it is the act of taking the pain that is important to the ritual. I can be healed afterwards. But it is necessary to draw blood in order to retain its power.
Ooh.
The blood is converted into the ritual into strength. And I draw both the swords, which split as they come out of the single scabbard. And they are glowing beacons. They're both radiant light. Just...
Those are very fancy swords.
I kind of put them a little bit too close to Chamilla just to see how she's going to react to them.
You're fine, don't worry. I'm sorry I got 2 steps back.
It's alright, I find it amusing. And he puts them away. I'm keeping my eye on you, but for now, I'll trust you.
I don't have any intention of harming any of you.
Neither do I.
I'm
You
still
guys
standing there
are
quietly.
kind of having these conversations and discussions while kind of hopefully on the trail and not just standing at Lysaga's house. Do you guys want to kind of
No, we're walking.
the route you are taking?
Get out of here!
You talking?
Are we okay with going to the swamp, everybody? In favor? Swamp ratting?
I
What-
think we should.
I don't want to, but I'll follow.
Swamp ratting is where
This
the
one-
thralls are.
this one
That's the main
first.
objective.
Yes.
Do you want to go there first?
I
before
wish
we-
to go
okay.
there to destroy this abomination. Not simply because the abominations, but because it's been far too long I have felt the sense of glory.
So if
And
we
it's-
want to do that, we have to go past Ravenloft and then go down the same way we got attacked by the wolves. Just as a full disclosure.
Okay.
Well,
And
Is
I
there
don't
no
know how
other way?
feasible that is until we get there.
Is there no
It's-
other way? Can we not go along the river?
unfortunately, we are quite high up, and there is no other way.
We can go through the woods this way, but it will probably be more difficult and treacherous to go this route.
I'm just wondering about encountering those wolves again.
To be fair, the wolves weren't the main problem. It was the mist. I can only assume that most of them have been gobbled up.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was inconvenient. Those wolves were there.
A day of traveling, you know, the grounds around Ravenloft were more traversable than a deep woods, so going through past Ravenloft would be faster. The rise, although treacherous, likely wouldn't have another encounter on it because it was very exposed and not necessarily where any wolves would be lingering most of the time. So as long as
'Cause the
another
wolves
ghost
came
doesn't
from
lure...
the forest originally, and then the mists
Well,
were
yeah,
the thing
remember
closing in, right?
a ghost lured them to you.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
That's
did
true.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, where did that stupid ghost go?
You think you could get to probably the empty caravan encampment by the end of day.
Okay.
Okay.
Let us take the path more beaten now.
Just going back through was it Ravenloft?
Yeah, we'll go back through Ravenloft down the
Okay.
rise, and then
Do a high and bye to Strahd.
yeah, hi bye.
That's as you approach, you can see Strahd's figure standing, just at the close to the trail, watching you. If you wanted to just walk around him, you could.
Can we wave? Wave. Say hi to Etta.
There's also a lake behind the other way around the castle if you wanted to go that way as well. Otherwise, you get to the top of the rise without trouble.
So before we
No,
go
let's just
down the
go-
rise,
let's
I'll
go
just
to the
ask.
rise.
We can ask Maefyre. Would you like to go and ask the waters before leaving?
Yeah, do you mean specifically that small lake there?
Yes, it's nearby. I didn't know if the swamp was going to be treacherous or would have spirits there. Otherwise, we can try to go to the river and do it there as well. We've got many waters that we can talk to, if that's indeed where the spirits are.
Okay.
What would you like to
Personally,
I don't
probably
know.
not nice to talk to muddy spirits.
I don't know where they are. I don't know who these spirits are. I'd rather not go there, but let's take a look. I don't know where Barbara Saga was speaking of. It could be that lake, could be a well, it could be a chamber pot for all I know. I'm gonna have to investigate everything.
I thought it sounded like she was talking about the pool, like where the pirates are. That's what it sounded like to me.
To go back in time a little bit, if you were uncertain about what she was talking about, she'll be like the natural bodies of water are
See.
Okay.
Still
natural,
waters are
like-
probably the easiest and less treacherous as far as like disturbing things. So for me,
Still
I think that
also
it might
not-
be easier to talk to the lake than maybe a river.
the bigger
What's that?
bodies
Is
And
of
don't
river
water.
get caught by
or-
the
Rivers is-
ghost or whatever the fuck was stealing people.
Or ravens, in my case.
Oh,
There have still been no birds anywhere.
Thank goodness.
We haven't seen any birds or heard birds, like bird calls.
If
or
you say
owls
thank
or-
No
goodness
birds.
that there's no birds when we talk about it, Camilla, like Janus will give you a little cackle. Just
You said they're not good for me.
damn, I did.
Okay, I thought there would have been. Okay, because there's no wildlife apart from those wolves. Then is what you're saying.
Oh, there's wildlife, just no birds.
No flippy flappers.
Weird. So that there'd be no birds. specifically.
Whoa, of course.
This
there's
isn't the
wildlife.
1920s. There's no
What do the wolves
flappers
eat?
here.
It's 1920s. Who said that?
Yeah, don't you know birds are a government conspiracy? We're in a fantasy world, no birds.
Castles can
Yeah,
flip, but there
Strahd
sure
hadn't
as hell
gotten to that
birds don't
level yet
exist.
before he
Yeah. Yeah.
To the lake.
Goldy.
Okay, so we're going to. Are we going to that one by the castle? Or we're just going to go to the big lake.
I imagine it's not that far.
Chef, as we pass by the castle, do any of you sense the tentacle creature? Even by that distance?
No.
Okay.
As you pass by the lake, Maefyre's backpack starts rumbling and groaning as if it's being restrained.
Can we hear this as well?
Everyone can hear this.
My swords are out as soon as I hear anything coming from someone else. Your personal matter has inquiry, Maefyre.
Okay, well, it doesn't require you to arm yourself, Odin, but back down. And
The book seems to be saying, "Free me."
I take off my pack, put it on the ground, and take out a book, a very innocuous-looking book, about looking for fungi, basically. this is the book, and well, it's been communicating with me, but I don't quite understand what it wants.
I mean, it did. Did it say that in common? Can we understand this at
And
Freemy?
did it say it out loud?
The book now. She's like holding Maefyre. You're holding like the book out to show it to everyone, and it like flies open, and pages seem to start flying out of it and incinerate in midair, and it's very reactive, very wild magic. And on the pages that are now like still in the book, very dark black ink starts appearing in Draconic that not everyone can speak, and it just says 1 question per day.
Oh. Well, that's handy.
New trick. It's never done that before.
One question per
Pages fly
day.
out.
I look at Mesh
Mm-hmm.
and I do this.
That's
I just said it out loud. I just translated it.
Oh no! I'm saying like I can read that basically. I'm doing one of
Oh,
these. Like, can you read it? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I read it because I can read Draconic too, and I just said out loud what it said.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
to try to keep the intrigue, this is very. It's also stressing that this is 1 question per day for
Group.
a few in the party that have been eldritch touched, and that those people are Jodie, Mesh, and Grim.
So is it saying that? In
wait,
writing?
hello.
Is it saying
I
that
haven't been
in writing?
But me.
Edda touched you.
Why are you eldritch touched?
Because I literally touched one of the tentacles, didn't I?
That doesn't mean no.
did you actually
That means
touch-
nothing.
It means you.
Okay.
The magic
There's
of the
others.
Okay,
Eldritch.
sorry. I
Not
took that
physical.
quite literally. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. I thought you meant literal.
No, these
My
are
bad.
these are
Like Mesh is
backstory
literally
elements.
a warlock, okay? Like Maefyre is a
Okay.
cleric of the dead, okay? And then we
Wait,
got Grim,
wait,
whose
wait,
name
wait,
is
wait,
Grim.
I thought because I touched it, there's some kind of understanding I don't get. So I have some, like some foreign in me.
This
I'm
is
sorry.
the Goldy Renok overlap.
I like just the assumption out of the name.
No,
Yeah, his
I've
name's
seen it-
Grim.
I've
That
seen it
checks out.
In other stories, when like you touch something that is so far beyond you, there's a mark left over. That's what I thought. Anyway.
And you guys wouldn't know, and this book would be reinforcing it in your
That's
mind, saying each one of you gets 1 question per day.
So everyone gets what? So
Those
like
three, you 3 get 1 question per
What do we have to choose? 1 question between us, or is it 1 each per day?
one each.
Is that a question? You're like, oh, that's your question
Got
for the day.
Oh my god, I didn't even know I can read Draconic. Look at that.
Really? Do we all read Draconic?
The DM.
We all know
I do not.
Five of us can.
I thought only a few of you, but I guess.
Oh. I took
Is
it
it almost
because a
all of
lot
us
of
then?
ancient
Oh, wow.
languages are based
A
on
few
Draconic.
plus a few more.
I just took Draconic for random language. I just had to pick one. That's all.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so
Might have to change
almost
I
some-
can
pretty
change
much
it if
all
you
of us
want,
can read
Chef. I don't have to have it.
Draconic, but-
It doesn't matter too much.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Have you ever?
I've asked it a question, and well, I guess some of you also get questions. It's new to me, so
So
I'm finding out at
you've
the same
asked-
time you are.
You've asked it questions before. What kind?
I have.
Does it?
I've
Does
asked
it,
it.
does it answer in a divination sense, or does it give you answers based on its knowledge, or can it pull knowledge from the air?
I don't know where it gets the knowledge or information from, and the answers are rather cryptic anyway. But it does answer directly to me. maybe
Some
maybe
of
one
us,
of you
or
can ask it. Something can get some more information than I can out of it.
can I ask?
I think, who did you say it was again, Chef?
It's not me.
It is Grim, Meshadieme, and Maefyre.
Did you write the question down, or did you just speak to it and it's in your head?
I kind of speak to it in my head, but I guess you could try out loud.
Can I
But the language
try?
is Draconic.
I can speak Draconic. I can ask.
You can try.
What do you want in Draconic? And I know it's not. I'm fine if it doesn't even answer.
The book hisses at you.
Ugh. That is disgusting.
Like a cat.
I don't know why it did that.
Pages? Like, put like a page comes out.
Like a raspberry?
You know what? Never mind. I don't want to know.
This ink is squirting out instead of.
Yeah.
I will
I mean, it's
ask.
ink.
I will ask. Damn. What should we do about Baba Lazaga?
Waiting to see if it hisses at you. Oh, it's in your mind.
It Grim gets a overwhelming presence. Something is exerting a huge amount of effort to communicate with him, and just takes over his mind and just sends him one word.
Apparently, it was easy for him to hiss, though.
And I sent you that private, and if you want to share that.
I'll try to like hold the book a little bit and ask it, what is the source of power for the Admiral?
Bubbles.
The same thing happens to you as well. And you guys notice something deep stirring underneath the waves. Something is moving.
We've got activity.
I do
It's-
not like that.
It's not like a creature moving, it's something beyond is stirring.
Are they like ripples then? Or ripples, or just small?
You know,
not like
I'm
big
just gonna
waves or anything?
step away from that. I don't really want to get wet.
It's like a shadow is moving underneath the waves.
Okay.
Could I could I use divine sense?
Yeah. Something evil.
Something nice.
There's not much nice here.
Just a cupcake
Not
under the
much
water, nothing
nicer.
big.
It's
I'm
kinda
nice.
to say it didn't detect evil. It's like, oh, good.
Evil
It's the best we're gonna get.
All we need is sugar and spice now.
Well, I've sent the answers to
Rainbow.
both Grim and Meshadieme if they want to share. But other than that, I think we will say the party gets to the top of the rise relatively unscathed,
Wiped out.
and we'll roll for an encounter for the travel for the day, but otherwise that's it.
Incredible.
Good.
Oh, well, for an encounter.
I like it.
What encounter?
We'll do that next time.
We can do it next
Okay.
time, yeah.
Okay.
Hocus
Is it
pocus.
the wolves again? Is it the wolves? The wolves?
I hope. Well, no, we're rolling for an encounter. We don't know what it is.
The wolves. It's the wolves. I know it's the wolves.
Everything's woofs.
The girl who cried wolves.
Whoops.
Thank you, Chef, for drawing the map. This is the first time I've heard that the map was hand drawn. It's incredible.
Did you
Very,
draw
very
that,
good
Chef?
stuff.
Chef's a good artist.
That's awesome.
Chef actually has
That's really
sent
awesome.
me, like in the other game, he would send me like these weird drawings every once in a while, and they always
did a
look
really-
so good. And I was
He did
like,
a really
"Damn,
cool
they're
drawing
so
of
cool."
Debbie. It was
That's a
never
really cool
completed, but it
drawing.
was really good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, very
Oh,
cool
that's
stuff.
awesome.
Every DM, every player has something that they bring to the table. One of Chef's strengths is art, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And writing speeches for when he
Yes.
plays his paladins. But really good stuff, Chef. Thanks so much for the game. I want to close here for the stream, unless there's anything else that you guys want to cover on stream. But before we do, for Mesh and Jodie and Goldy, we can play tomorrow if you guys are free.
Oh.
You guys want to go to the
Yeah.
sands of the desert? We can do that tomorrow.
Yeah, for our part 2 of our one shot. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to keep
Start using this voice again.
I'm just targeting you first at this point, Jodie. So good luck.
I already targeted.
I said a 1 or 2 shot. I said 1 or 2.
This is all she wants to do is just keep giving me shit, and then I'm just gonna keep giving it back.
Jodie, he did say 1 or 2. Distinctly, okay?
So this will be 2 or 3.
This will be 2 or 3 just to spite Jodie, unless she wants to die early.
Jodie, as long as you come on time, you'll be fine.
Yeah, not like today.
All right. Thank you guys for watching on the chat. If you're in the VOD squad as well, we got a couple new faces here today. Thank you guys for showing up, or maybe some people that are returners. You guys are great. Have a good one.
Is it Saturday yet?
We'll see you next time in the Spook Fest.
Bye. Bye.